Our next guest is helping banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan build out their digital wallet capabilities ahead of what would be a highly anticipated IPO, if we get one, maybe even later this year. Kate Rooney joins us now with the CEO of Marqeta. Kate.
Hey, John, with us now to talk about the rise in the digital economy, crypto, fintech, and a lot more, Jason Gardner. He is the CEO of Marqeta. Jason, great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Kate. Great seeing you again, and thank you for your continued interest in Marqeta.
Of course, and for those who don't know the company, it's really a household name in fintech, but others might not know about it. Marqeta is kind of behind the scenes. You guys issue digital credit cards, so instead of getting that piece of plastic in the mail, your partners, whether it's Square, Uber, Coinbase, Goldman, they can get digital credit cards to someone right away so they can start spending on their phone. Quantify some of that growth that you've seen for us and demand in digital cards this year.
So Marqeta is an open platform for building, as you said, payment card products. They can be Visa and MasterCard. They can be credit, debit, or prepaid, very similar to the cards you probably have in your wallet or your purses today. For example, DoorDash uses us for their drivers use our cards. They are DoorDash cards powered by Marqeta. When they drive to pick up your order at a restaurant, our technology allows them to do a number of sort of the data points to do order matching, to make sure they're picking up the right order at the right time for the right amount at the right location, making sure that driver is on shift. So a big part of what we've done since 2016 is really the digitization of cards, the ability to take a card and drop it into Apple Pay or Google Pay so you can pay at the point of sale, whether online or offline.
And you guys work with a firm that's a major partner for you. They obviously went public just a couple weeks ago. You also work with Afterpay. CEO Max Levchin was on Squawk Alley the day the company went public, talking about disrupting the credit card industry and changing the way that revolving credit works. What are you seeing as far as interest in that buy now, pay later model? And should Visa and MasterCard be worried about companies like Affirm coming to eat their lunch?
So companies like Affirm, we enable companies like Affirm through our platform. We enable disruptors to disrupt like Affirm. And we've seen through our own research that 70% of consumers have used buy now, pay later solutions like Affirm for the first time since COVID. And we've seen that they're going to continue to use these types of technologies. So our technology connects companies like Affirm, companies like Klarna, companies like Afterpay to the point of sale online. So it allows them to find a shorter time to market to bring these solutions to get specific merchants up and running. And we've seen where these digitization of technologies have gone like by the speed of light since COVID. We've also seen a massive reduction in cash. And we see now consumers are very used to using these new types of technology, whether it's paying with a phone at the point of sale or using Affirm's buy now, pay later solution.
Hey, Jason, it's Deirdre. Good to see you and good morning.
Hey, good to see you
Jamie
again.
Dimon said a few things. He said a few things about fintech on the last earnings call. One of them was that JP Morgan has to be prepared for fintech partners to build white label products for banks, but then potentially build whatever service they want on top of them. I know you talk a lot, many other fintech companies talk a lot about being partners, enablers to banks and others, but can you say that you won't be a competitor in the future as well?
Well, so we power two of the largest banks in America, one Goldman Sachs, their Marcus product, and JP Morgan Chase. So as I said before, we enable disruptors to disrupt, and we've seen where large banks like JP Morgan Chase
you mentioned
and Marcus
that.
to go and do that.
You mentioned that, Jason, but will you ever be a competitor is my question. Can you build products on top of what you're doing for them to eventually become a competitor?
We're not. We're a core infrastructure. We are the Intel inside. Our goal is to power, whether it's commerce disruptors, digital banks, large merchants, and large issuers. Those large issuers have seen, frankly, what we've done with companies like Square Cash and Affirm and Afterpay and DoorDash and want to disrupt themselves. So they're coming to Marqeta and leveraging our platform to go and do that. That is our core business.
Give us a sense, good morning, it's John Ford. Give us a sense of the longer term vision of the types of transactions that you can accelerate, that you can enable, the friction that you can take out of this system by doing both exactly what you're doing now and different extended versions of what you're doing now to enable new kinds of commerce?
So Marqeta's modern card issuing platform leverages Visa and MasterCard. Visa and MasterCard really are a global phenomenon. They have interconnected every merchant in the world, whether online or offline, that want to take payment cards. And we've seen where digital banks and commerce disruptors is not just an American phenomenon or European phenomenon, it really happens around the world. So as we see companies and entrepreneurs wanting to build companies in their specific country to go service these constituencies, we're seeing new business models or existing business models being grown around the world. And Marqeta really looks to service that disruptor with our infrastructure and our technology. So I think we're scratching the surface in regards to the new business models that we're beginning to see as we're connecting to the point of sale.
Jason, it's Kate again. I want to ask you about Coinbase. That was a big partnership you guys announced last year, and it brought a lot of optimism that Bitcoin could become that everyday mainstream payment method. What are you guys seeing in terms of usage there, using Bitcoin to actually pay for things? And are people willing to spend Bitcoin when it's as volatile as it has been this week?
Well, so Bitcoin, when it hit $30,000, people want to begin to spend that at the point of sale. And you can't just spend cryptocurrencies at the point of sale. In our partnership with Coinbase, they're leveraging our just-in-time technology to really connect cryptocurrency to the point of sale and instantly convert that to, say, fiat currencies, which is obviously acceptable at the point of sale. And then they can authorize and decline those transactions based on the Coinbase users' cryptocurrency balance. So in a way, it creates a pressure valve that's releasing. So as we see the cost of Bitcoin rise, these consumers can then spend at the point of sale.
Got it, Jason. We'll leave it there. Thanks so much for being here. Jason Gardner, CEO of Marqeta. Deirdre, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you for having me.